No, go, yeah, you go right there. Put it into place. You're looking for function. Besides, the next one will look better.
Hey guys, I'm Garrett. I'm with the Works Urban Farms here at our Knight Arnold site.
I'm Theo Davies, the Farm Operations Coordinator.
So today, I'm really glad you guys are here with us on Earth Day. We're going to be putting together a raised bed. And so what we have here is a 12 by 3 bed that we're going to be building out. We already have one constructor behind us. And so this video is just going to show you our step-by-step of how we build that out and the steps we take. All right, so the first step that we're doing in this is building our 12 by 3 foot beds. We're going to take our 2 by 6 inch boards and using this connector 1 by 1 that is a foot long, we're going to screw both of them into it and joining these two 2 by 6s together to form one side of our wall, as you see over here.
You need a hammer?
I'm good.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure that everything is nice and even, nice and flush, because we're going to be putting boards on this side too. So you want everything to be nice and flat. That way your corners are all nice and tight together and soil's not going to wash out. We do have some gaps right here in between the wood. It's not a huge deal. It's going to happen at some point. We can fix that.
Let's flip it.
Flip it? Yeah. Let's flip this one around. We'll close that gap up. That's a little better. Actually, that's a lot better. Yeah. What we can also do is you do your end, and then I'll grab a vice grip, and then we can grip it at the other end, and that might close the gap a little bit more. So go for it. I'll run and grab the vice grip real quick.
Alright, so I got the first side screwed in. Now we are going to take each 2 by 6 that we're using for our side panel of our raised bed, and we're going to screw them into our 1 by 1 that's just holding these together. I like to put the 1 by 1 on the underneath with the two 2 by 6s on top, so you can just screw directly down into that 1 by 1. And then there you have your first side built. So I'll get my partner over here. We'll lift this up, start constructing our second sidewall, and we'll have the length built out of our raised bed.
Got it.
You need a hammer?
All right, so now that we have the sidewalls stacked up on top of our 1 by 1, you want to make sure that it's flush. So flush on the end and flush on the side as much as you can. And then we're going to put our screws in there to secure that. Theo's doing stacking the 2 by 6 sideboards on top of the 1 by 1, making sure they're flush on each side. He's using a mallet. All right.
Okay.
So now we're going to move those two sidewalls to the position that we want them. Now that they're screwed into the 1x1s, you can actually move them together. Sidewalls that we just assembled, putting them next to each other makes it easier. So now that we have the sidewalls brought over here and assembled, we're bringing over our 3-foot end walls. We have 2 of them, again, to get that foot height because they're going to be stacked on top of each other. So what we're going to do is lift up our sidewalls that we've already built with our 1x1 in here, and then we're going to stick our first end wall, 3-foot end wall, flush onto the sidewall, and we're going to screw directly into this 1x1. Once you have that, we're going to repeat the process on this side and stack it up like so, and so that we have them stacked up, and then do the same thing on the other side, which I will demonstrate here for you guys now. Stick that underneath and the sidewall?
Yeah, stick it under the sidewall. Need me to hold it? Back this way so we can land on it. Foot. There you go.
Put it on there?
No, I just pull back your way. There we go. All right.
Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining us here for Earth Day with me and Theo. As you see, we have our beds assembled by putting those sideboards together, following our steps. If you ever have any questions, please reach out to the Works Urban Farms team. We would love to answer anything. You can come out and get your get some real hands-on experience with us. But yeah, this is essentially what it looks like to build that bed. Please stay tuned and follow us for our next series about soil health and as we continue this process.